Hi everyone, it's Robin and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a few DIY Valentine projects I've been working on, so keep on watching. So I've already done most of my Valentine decor and I already had a video on that and I'll link that down below if you're interested. But that got me in the mood for making a few other things. So I thought I would make a quick little video of a few things that I've made to add to what I've already put out. The first thing I did was made some beadboard hearts. You may remember I have quite a few of these already, but I always run out of them. I love these. I think they're so much fun to like tuck in different places. So I made this size right here, which is probably about a 2-inch one. And then I made an itty bitty little one, which is about maybe 1.5 inches. And then I also made one big one like this. So these are super easy to make if you have like a scroll saw or a jigsaw. I used my scroll saw, so let me just show you real quickly how I made it. To make the heart, I used a piece of beadboard paneling. I traced a heart shape onto the beadboard and then used my scroll saw to cut out the heart. A jigsaw would do a very good job of cutting out the heart as well. I then used a little bit of sandpaper to smooth out all the rough edges. And then I gave it a coat of beautiful bright red paint. And finally I ran a piece of sandpaper along the edges to add a little dimension. In order to make a larger heart, I placed 3 of the beadboard panels together and then drew my heart shape onto the wood. I then pulled the 3 pieces of paneling apart in order to cut the shapes out individually, as I am doing here with my scroll saw. To attach the 3 pieces of the heart together, I ran a bead of hot glue into the groove of the heart and then held them together until the glue was firmed up. A little bit of paint and some distressing finishes off the project. These beadboard hearts turned out so cute, I just cannot get enough of them. They are so much fun to tuck here and there around the house, adding a nice beautiful pop of cheerful red, which I absolutely love. So my next project are cute little hearts that I covered with scrapbook paper for a very like rustic kind of look. And this is what I came up with. I think it turned out so cute. I made this one and this one. And then I also made a larger one that looks like this. These were super quick to make. So let me show you how I made them. I started with this small heart cutout from Michael's. They sell them for about 49 cents. They also have larger versions. This is like a 9-inch heart for about $2.99, I believe. Yep, there we go, $2.99. So anyways, and then I also used a piece of scrapbook paper. I love this design right here. And then some Mod Podge. With a small paintbrush, I covered one side of the little heart with a layer of Mod Podge. I then added a piece of the scrapbook paper on top and then smoothed it all out to make sure there were no air bubbles or wrinkles. Then with a pair of scissors, I trimmed the paper down to about 1/4 inch around the outside of the heart, and then I just set it aside and waited for the glue to dry. Once the Mod Podge was dry, I used a piece of sandpaper and ran it along the edge of the heart. This does a great job of removing the excess paper, plus it distresses the edge of the paper, which gives the heart a even more distressed look, which I love. The final step was to add one more coat of Mod Podge to seal everything together. I coated both the top and the sides of the heart. This quick and easy project turned out so cute. I just love it so much. I was loving the look so much that of course I had to make another one with a different type of scrapbook paper, and this one turned out just as cute. So my third project to share with you today is a sewing project. And I made these cute little hearts. You probably remember these little hearts. I kind of used them around the place, and I think they are so cute and they're so much fun to make. And you can make them in so many different sizes. Like I have this size, I've got a little bit bigger sizes. I even have this size right here. I made these last year. I have a tutorial on these cute little pillows. I will link that down below. You can also make them so that they hang like this. But today I'm just going to share with you how I made this one right here, which is so adorable. And like I said, you can make these any size. You can make them to hang, whatever you want to do. And they are super fast and easy to make. So this is how I did it. To get started, make yourself a template. I'm using like a 2-inch heart. Then cut out 2 pieces of fabric using your template. Layer the 2 hearts on top of each other, making sure that the right side of the fabric is facing out on both sides. Then you're going to want to pin the 2 hearts together. This is also where you're going to want to add any sort of hanging device, whether it be thread or ribbon, if you want your heart to be a hanging style heart. Next, we will sew the 2 pieces of fabric together, making sure to leave an opening that we can use to stuff the heart. I just used a basic seam allowance of like 1/4 of an inch and sewed all the way around the outside except for a gap. As you can see right here, I have like a 1-inch gap that I'm going to take some fiber fill and stuff inside the 2 layers of the heart. Once I had the heart filled to how I wanted it to be, I used a pin to hold the opening closed, and then I took it over to my sewing machine and just ran a stitch along that edge. The final step was to take my pinking shears and trim the seam allowance along the outside of the heart. And that is all you need to do to make these cute little pillows. My favorite way to display these cute little hearts is to add them into a little bowl, but then they're also fun just to tuck around here and there around the house. I'm starting to lose daylight here. It's like the sun's going down super fast today. So anyways, I have one more project to share with you, and it's kind of like a 3-part project. The first part of the project is something you've already seen if you watched my Look for Less video that I did with a collaboration with Jamie from Border Bananas, and it is this decorated candy box. I absolutely love this thing, and I will link that video down below if you want to see how I put this all together. So when I got done making that box, I still had some supplies left over. So I thought I would make something else with the leftover supplies. I had like some roses left and some greenery left, and I thought, well, maybe I should make something that's not quite so permanent so that I could just use, a candy box and then make something I could just lay on top of it. So I came up with this little bouquet of flowers and greenery that I can just lay on top of the box, and it's not permanent, and then I can use it for other things as well. And I think it turned out super duper cute, so let me share with you how I made it. I started out by layering the greenery and the flowers on top and then holding it tightly and then wrapping some wire around the base of the stems. I then took some white ribbon and wrapped it around the stems to cover up the wire. And then just a dot of hot glue at the end of the ribbon holds it all in place. After cutting off the excess ribbon, I decided to flip the bouquet over and add just a small piece of ribbon in the front for a little more decorative look. I cut the tails of the ribbon quite short for the look that I wanted. And then finally I took a wire cutters and I clipped all of the stems about the same length, just to give it a uniform look. And with that, this quick and easy 3-minute project was complete, and I think it looks very pretty on top of the candy box, but I think I could use it in multiple different places around my house. So when I got done with the bouquet project, I had like 4 little rosebuds left, and I'm like, oh, I gotta do something with these. So I came up with the idea of making a corsage. You know, the kind like you normally put like on your lapel, or they have like the wrist corsages nowadays. But I thought it would be fun to make a little corsage that I could put, you know, randomly around and or like on top of a stack of books is what I was thinking, to add a little floral element to a display. So this is what I came up with right here. And I think it turned out so cute. And this is what it looks like on like a stack of books. How adorable is that? I just love it so much. It was really quick and easy to put together. So let me share with you how I made it. I started with a 1-inch square of cardboard to work as a base. Then I added 3 leaves to that with some hot glue. Then I started adding on my flowers. I added 2 white rosebuds at first across from each other, and then I added 2 pink rosebuds as well. To fill the gap in the middle of the flowers, I made some small ribbon loops, which I tucked into the middle. I then made 4 longer ribbon loops, and then I glued the ribbon loops to the back side of the corsage. After that, I took tiny pieces of greenery, which I already had on hand from my stash, and just started tucking it in wherever I thought there was a gap that it could fill nicely. Once I had the corsage filled in with the greenery to my liking, I thought it was pretty much done, but I wanted to add one more touch, so I cut some more long pieces of ribbon. These pieces would sort of act as a frame for the whole thing, so I glued them onto the back, and with that, my project was complete. I think this project turned out so adorable and sweet, and I just love it so much. I may make a few more of these. They're just kind of fun to tuck here and there, and I think they look fabulous on top of a stack of books. So those are the projects I have been working on for Valentine's Day. I think they all turned out really cute. None of them were very complicated, but they all look very pretty, which I'm liking a lot. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. I very much appreciate that. And let me know down in the comment what was your favorite project that I did today. I would love to know what you're thinking. And if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And I guess that is going to be it for me today. I will see you soon in my next video. Bye now.